How's everyone doing? I was just going through some more boxes and going through my collection, putting stuff on shelves, and I figured I'd do another video showing you some cool limited and special edition Blu-rays and DVDs. Nothing's really organized as of yet, so I'm just kind of going through things, and I just figured I'd do a video like this again. I did one recently, and it was kind of neat to see all the different special editions. I still think that DVD has way more cooler special editions out there, but Blu-ray is catching up. So this is going to be a mixture of both of those. So let's go ahead and check them out. And first up from the UK is the Phantasm Sphere right there. Now I bought this on eBay, and the reason this was so expensive is because it came in the box, and when I got it, it was like, it said brand new, still sealed, perfect condition, all that. And then when I got it, as you can see, it was all busted up. I mean, the sphere itself has got scratches all over it. It's not anything too bad, but when I was paying that much money for it, I paid, I want to say it was like 120 bucks for this. And you know, of course, I disputed it because, again, it's damaged. That's part of the reason that I paid so much for it, is because when you get the box in pristine condition, that kind of elevates the price for it. And it does have Phantasm, the discs are Phantasm Special Features, Phantasm 1, 2, 3, and 4. The bonus disc right here is just going over all the different features and everything. And I would love to see this get re-released. I know Ravager's coming out too, and you know, get a US Blu-ray release for this would be awesome. And that's how it looks. It, you know, it looks like the sphere when it's all put together. But yeah, so I went through eBay and I PayPal and I opened a dispute for it, and they're like, okay, we'll refund you, but you have to send it back. And of course, it was getting sent to the UK because it was a UK release DVD, and it was going to be like almost 20 bucks to send this back. And it was like, it was so annoying. I'm like, why do I have to pay back for these people's lies on eBay, essentially? But I still like the box because it does have the artwork right there. Angus just recently passed away. May he rest in peace. But I'll go ahead and just show you. Comes with a booklet, and here are the blades right there. And this is a cool, you know, I was debating about keeping this actually in the box or out of the box, and just, you know, putting the blades on there. But there's the sphere like that, and you put the blades right on there. And it's another thing about this set that isn't great. I just opened them up and the discs all came loose out of their foam holding right there. There's the discs right here. So yeah, that's one thing about this. The set isn't, you know, it looks cool, but conceptually it needed a little fine touches and fine tuning. But yeah, I'm still debating if I should keep it out of the box or in the box. The scratches aren't too bad. It was really more about the box. So I don't know, maybe I was just complaining over nothing, but still, I would have paid for less if I was just going to have just the sphere. And here's a little, I guess, stand for it as well, right there. I'm debating. What do you guys think? Should I keep it in the box or out of the box with the blades on it put together? Let me know what you guys think. And love the Phantasm films. I'm gonna actually, I was thinking about doing a review for them when before Ravager comes out. I think it's supposed to come out not too far off. So maybe I'll review them all coming up soon. And then once I do see Ravager, I'll review that as well. Let me know which of the Phantasm films is your favorite. I do like the sequels. I think that's one of the franchises where it has some really solid sequels. Next up, we're going to switch it up and do a Blu-ray set. And this is the Singing in the Rain 60th Anniversary Ultimate Collector's Edition. This is an incredible set. I did a full unboxing for this ages ago when it first came out. You can check that out on my channel. This set is beautiful if you're a fan of the film. It is a classic musical. Of course, you've got Gene Kelly, Debbie Reynolds, Donald O'Connor. It comes with a nice book. It's a 3-disc set in here, and it comes with a limited, and it comes with a, actually, let me see, what am I trying to say here? An actual umbrella. That's what I was looking at, all the special features and little added bonuses right there, and I'm like, yeah, but it comes with an actual umbrella, which I think is pretty cool. And I love the little slip case right there with the water droplets. Very cool. And this is actually one of the few musicals that I really enjoy. I remember watching this growing up as a kid. And it's got a new 4K scan, and it's limited to 7,500 copies. So yeah, actually 75,000. So it's really not that limited. Holy moly, I thought it was 7,500. 75,000. Woo! There we go. So yeah, but it's a beautiful set, and if you're a fan of the film, highly recommend this set. And there's all the goodies right there. And next up, we'll switch it up to a DVD. This is Fear Itself, the complete first season. This is a 4-disc set right here, and I was able to get this signed up by a lot of people involved with the film. Victor Salva, of course, did Jeepers Creepers. He has an unfortunate past, which I'm really surprised he was able to direct after what happened to him and what came out about that. But I really love Jeepers Creepers. I was a fan of that movie before I found out what he did. So that's one of those things I'm kind of torn about. But Jeepers Creepers is one of my all-time favorite movies. So, you know, I have to say this show, it was, I think, prematurely canceled. There were some super creepy episodes in here. You've got Doug Jones in here as well, Stephen Niles, and I can't remember who the last person right there is that signed it. But it comes in a really cool set design as well. There's the outer little slip card, if you will. So there it is. I don't know, it's kind of like a mausoleum kind of esque entombed skeleton. And I don't really love the way that the discs are housed either. They're stacked, so there's 2 there and 2 there. But I was souped to get this signed up because I did love the show, and that's really the main reason that I got this edition. And I love when I can get these things signed up from people that I enjoy, and especially of shows and movies that I enjoy as well. I know a lot of people aren't into collecting like that, but I am. So that was just a nice added bonus for this show, which I thought was super creepy. And as always, if you've seen these movies or TV shows, let me know what you think of them as well. Next up is Curb Your Enthusiasm, the complete 8th season, and I got to sign up a JB Smoov. I saw him in person. I saw him a bunch of times, and this was actually from 2013. What I didn't realize though is that the glossiness of the slipcase, and then even on the digipack itself, because he signed it twice, it made it kind of really hard to sign, so it's kind of like smudged a little bit. But he was super nice about it, and he saw that it wasn't really working, so he tried again on this one. But he actually made me part of his act. I was sitting right in the front, and he involved me in his act several times, so it was really cool. I know a lot of people don't like to sit up in the front for stand-up comedy acts because they don't want to get picked on. I love it, because usually if you see them afterwards, or they're more apt to actually talk to you afterwards, they'll be nice to you, and they'll be like, oh, hey, how are you, you know? So that was actually really cool. And JB Smoov is actually really hilarious. It's probably one of my favorite parts of this show. I wasn't a huge fan of the show. A lot of the episodes were really depressing and just Debbie Downer all the way. But yeah, JB Smoov made this for me. I absolutely loved him on here. A lot of the supporting cast is really what stood out for me. But I loved Larry David, especially writing-wise, and on Seinfeld too. So there we go. I thought this was a really cool-looking addition too, with Larry David right there in the front. And I remember Larry David, he was in the Three Stooges movie. Hilarious, and there's one of the nuns. But yeah, JB Smoov, absolutely hilarious. And I know he has a TV show on, what is it, like FSNY, where he does like a sit-down, I can't remember the name, it's like 4 courses, I think, is where they sit down at a restaurant and they talk to different comedians, actors, and athletes, which I think is a really entertaining show. Next up is Time Bandits from the Criterion Collection. Great release from them, and a great film from Terry Gilliam. Really like Terry Gilliam. And they recently released Fisher King, which is probably my favorite Robin Williams and Terry Gilliam film. And this is the reason I'm including this in cool special editions is the lenticular slipcovers. The first lenticular slipcover for Criterion Collection, which I think is really cool. Not a ton of motion on there, but it still stands out, and you can see that, you know, depth of perception right there. And just kind of a really surreal film with time-traveling dwarves. Can't go wrong there. But I'd like to see them do more lenticular slipcovers. I know they did the Godzilla one, which at the time I wasn't too sure how I felt about that Godzilla. Like they didn't need to incorporate, you know, kind of special edition things like that. But for this one, I thought it worked for the film too. So there's certain ones I think could benefit from that. And it doesn't have to be about like any gimmicks or anything like that. Next up, another Blu-ray special edition right here is Saw, the director's cut. This is the 10th anniversary edition from Germany. I just love the look to this, the red steelbook right there. And I'll go ahead and show you on the back. There's no artwork, but there is interior artwork, and there's a bunch of like art cards and stuff, and it's region free as well. There's a whole bunch of booklets and stuff like that. I'll do a proper unboxing for this coming up soon. But as you can see, there's Jigsaw behind there. But it's that front cover that really drew me in. And honestly, I'm not a big fan of the Saw franchise. The first one is by far the best for me, and then it goes dramatically downhill. After Saw 3, they become unwatchable for me. But yeah, this one right here was by far the best of the whole franchise and really set into motion the franchise. And I heard they're going to make another one, which I knew they would. It's just all about making that money. But this one, beautiful look to it as well. So if you're a fan of the film and the franchise, I'd recommend getting this one. Next up is Cloverfield. I believe this is the German Steelbook as well. I believe so. And it's got a matte finish and oh man, T.J. Miller. I saw him live again. I was sitting right in front, and he signed it right there. I wish I would have I tested my Sharpie, and it looked to be all right. But when he signed it, it doesn't stand out too much. But he plays the lead character HUD right there. I'm always surprised when actors remember their names of their roles. I recently got another autograph from another comedian, which I'll show coming up soon, and he wrote his name on there too. And I was kind of surprised. It was Godfrey was the comedian. He wrote it for Soul Plane, and his character's name was Gaemon, which I love the heck out of that movie. I know people hate that movie, but it's so cheesy and so fun to me. And it's great to see a lot of the cast together too. But yeah, so anyways, he wrote HUD. He's the main character. You see it all from his POV, so you don't really see him too much, but you hear him talking throughout. And he was out of control. For me, it was the craziest stand-up comedy actor I've ever seen. I think he was on drugs and drinking heavily. I talked about this in a vlog one time a while ago, but he broke a glass on stage, and he put like a piece of glass in his next drink and was drinking out of it, and it was just out of control. He was energy is way through the roof. But I got the chance to meet him afterwards, and he signed this up and got a picture with him. So he was cool afterwards. But nuts on stage. Holy moly, I've never experienced anything like that. Next up is the Godzilla Blu-Ray Roaring Metalpak, which, oh, this is just so cool. I love the embossing as well. You can see that right there, and it goes around to the back. And I like that, like I said, DVDs had so many cool special editions. It's great to see Blu-ray finally catching up. And you press right there. And I love this movie. I know a lot of people complained, especially about the one character and what happened to that character, but I think it worked for the film, and just a beautiful modernization on Godzilla. Next up is the German, I just took this out to take a look at it real quick, a special edition of Book of Eli, and but there you go. It's the Steelbook right here. I love the movie, and it comes with a little mini flask as well. It comes with a book and a booklet. There's the Steelbook right there. And I'm going to do an unboxing for this as well. This is like a little notepad thing. It's all empty in there. And then the booklet right there. And the mini flask is really what I thought was cool. And yeah, I've been meaning to do an unboxing for this one for a while, and I just never got around to it. There's so many special editions that I've been meaning to do unboxings for, and I just never got around to it. But I love post-apocalyptic movies, and I like Denzel Washington a lot. And I like this one. The twist at the end, some people are kind of mixed on it. You know, let me know if you've seen the movie, what you think of it, and what you think of the twist especially. And next up is probably my favorite edition, probably the most expensive one, at least that I paid for in my collection. I've talked about this many times. This is the Dario Argento Suspiria in Deep Red limited edition Heatbox from Japan. And it just looks really plain and simple, black right there. I don't know if I'll have the time to really give you a great presentation, but I'm going to do an unboxing for this coming up soon. I've been meaning to for years. I've been talking about this. I've had this in my collection for like 5 years now at least. So, but basically you just press it right here, and like I said, it looks all black, but if you put enough heat on there, you start to see images underneath that are revealed, and it's just super cool, and probably might be my favorite edition as far as cool special editions that I own. And like I said, it was the most that I ever paid for as well. This is a DVD edition, and I love the films too. I love Dario Argento, although my favorite is Phenomena from him. You can't really get a great idea right now. You have to put a little bit more heat on there. I think you could use a hairdryer as well. But yeah, I was just doing it with my hands, and you're not really getting a great idea of it. But there's images underneath. It looks super cool, I promise you. It's kind of cold right now in Jersey. Finally, we're getting winter. It's been like 70s in winter, and all of a sudden we're hitting like 40s and 30s. So. But yeah, there's images underneath here. You can kind of see a little bit, but it's super cool. I'll do a proper unboxing for this. I'm not giving it the full justice that it deserves. And two more special editions right here. This is one of my favorite editions in my collection as well. It's A Wonderful Life right here, signed up by Jimmy Stewart right there. This was signed a year before he passed away, I believe. He was doing a kind of book tour for, I think it was a cookbook that he was doing. And this is the VHS, a little dinged up right there, but love this movie, one of my all-time favorite movies. And it's the quintessential Christmas movie. It's, for me, the essential Christmas movie out there. And like I said, soup to have this in my collection because I'm a big fan of James Stewart as an actor and this movie, and Frank Capra as a director. Phenomenal movie. All-time inspirational classic right there. Signed up, and I still do have some VHS. And also, this is the Sleepaway Camp Survival Kit Red Cross edition right there. This was recalled because the Red Cross right there, so it's hard to get this. And then I was able to get it signed up by a lot of people involved with Sleepaway Camp. And the first one, to me, still sticks out in my mind. That ending especially haunts my nightmares to this day. Felissa Rose right there. I got a chance to do an interview with her on the phone. Super nice. And she signed right there in the, right there actually. And then there's a bunch of other people right there. But this is the whole set right here. This is comes with Sleepaway Camp 2, Unhappy Campers, and Sleepaway Camp 3, The Wasteland. I'm going to do a proper unboxing for this as well. But right now, those are the special editions, Blu-ray and DVD that I wanted to show you. And I'm so souped to do a proper unboxing for this. I've been meaning to for so long. One of my favorite editions, probably my favorite edition in my collection. Again, the one that I paid the most for as well. But definitely worth it. I've only seen one other person on here have it, so it's very rare. And love it, love the films. And there you go. Let me know what you think of these editions and which one of these special editions was your favorite. And let me know if you've seen these movies and what you think of them as well. Leave me a comment or a video response down below. Hope everyone's doing well. Take care.